Welcome searches of intelligence and course. Today we skip huge into the wearisome delineations of frigidity as school, of Hellenistic imagining that teaches the progress of equilibrium and mental metal as a way to deal with squeezing by hurting feelings among the most adored of unfeeling specialists. Stands Marcus Aurelius, not just a specialist yet a Roman head, customarily considered the scientist ruler his own manifestations with everything considered implied, known as reflections, offer a charming cognizance into the psyche of a ruler who looked for understanding. In like manner, moral honorability over abundance and power. In Reflections, Marcus Aurelius pens his contemplations on the most skilled procedure to lead a wonderful life by getting through what we have zero control over. Also, zeroing in on our own moral improvement. His words have risen above time, impacting relentless ages. Today, we'll investigate how Marcus Aurelius' information can organize, associate us in the space of individual affiliations, unequivocally how his representations assist us with understanding the importance of self-worth and opportunity in this ongoing reality where the venture for real interests as frequently as could be expected prompts precious agitating impact. Separation offers a strategy for remaining mindful of respect and conviction. Oblige us as we uncover how these old standards can help you explore your relationship with style. In like manner, harmony, showing us not to pursue others at any rate, to cultivate our own ethics. In addition, draw in the best individuals into our experiences. We should start our outing into the information on Marcus Aurelius and the enormous, barbarous viewpoint on affiliations, need and affiliation. These are powers that have composed human way to deal with representing many years, yet how absences of concern, especially through the eyes of Marcus Aurelius, guide us in dealing with these strong sentiments. Absence of congeniality instructs us that authentic opportunity comes from inside, not from the outside achievements we from time to time seek after. Marcus Aurelius himself gives basic direction on this matter. He considers you have control over your psyche, not outside occasions. Understand this and you will find strength. As for present day affiliations, this viewpoint urges us not to let the mission for a partner or the craving for true underwriting control our activities or depict our enchant over the top. Pursuing can impel an absence of self-worth and individual respect as we turn our very close adequacy on the way to deal with acting and energies of others. Marcus Aurelius urges us to zero in on our own convictions and limits. Along these lines, we make an internal safe space impenetrable to the tempests of outside needs and social pressures. When we seek after somebody unnecessarily, we are still up in the air by fears. Besides, weaknesses as opposed to backbone. Besides, reason. The cold-blooded viewpoint isn't about, in any case, covering longing and endingly out. Regulating it decently, it helps us with moving closer relationship with an impression of fulfillment in ourselves. This equilibrium forestalls the furor that a large part of the time goes with the venture for fellowship or support. Hence Marcus Aurelius' keenness guides us to a strong certification by overpowering our cravings. We don't dispose of them in any case, we guarantee they don't master us. This prompts affiliations that are not eventual outcomes of desperation, but rather, all things being equal, of ordinary regard and true blue connection. Might we at any point convey this idea? Forward strength lies in command over one's psyche, not in that frame of mind to the temporary breezes of need, opportunity and freedom. Center inhabitants of held quality that Marcus Aurelius trained as well as entered all through his norm and individual life. What's the significance here to be independent? Besides, how does this old ideal upgrade our undeniable level lives? Marcus Aurelius constantly considered the importance of centering internal making individual principles as opposed to being impacted by outside help, or affiliations. He trusted in the power of mindfulness as a pathway to genuine opportunity and delight in our contemporary setting. This point of view instructs us to respect our progression over the excursion for support through affiliations. It's very simple to fall into the trap of depicting our value by how others see us, especially in true settings. Making independence consolidates standard rehearses. Start by setting individual targets unimportant to other people. Endorsing take part in rehearses at construction your abilities and information base on genuine thriving, flourishing and mental accomplishment through practice and thought. Contributes energy alone to figure out your veritable longings and values. This trip toward opportunity makes you more enchanting, not due to shallow credits anyway, since you encapsulate the gravitas of a total person inside themselves. Affiliations then, at that point, shift from a need to a decision, an expansion to your life, not a fulfillment of it. Marcus Aurelius prompts us that the best experience we can make is in ourselves, when we quit looking from a distance for joy and begin making it inside. We not just become more free, yet similarly structure better, more useful relationship as we embrace opportunity. We view that as the strength of our personality, not just further fosters our own lives, yet moreover consistently draws in basic affiliations. We should endeavor to be the experts of our inside world and watch how it changes our relationship with others. Pursuit, when driven by excessive requirements, can incite basic mental and critical results. Briskness with its thought on inner equilibrium and objective reasoning offers us bearing on examining the entrapments that frequently go with the consistent pursuit for affiliations. Marcus Aurelius made completely about remaining mindful of respect. Moreover, balance, paying little mind outer needs. Horrendous. This point of view is earnest when we consider how seeking after affiliations can influence our psychological and critical state. Right, when we extremely seek after others, we risk more than clear dismissal. We risk our sensation of fulfillment and respect. This pursuit can change from an essential craving to an inspiration driving us to think about values and standards just to acquire connection, or thought. The detached standard of zeroing in on what is inside our control helps us with encouraging our excellences rather than rapidly chasing after underwriting. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to perceive without presumption, to let it go with lack of concern. This astuteness is especially solid in affiliations. The huge cost of pursuing can appear as uneasiness, anguish. Besides, a lessened impression of self-worth by permitting our bliss to rely upon the way to deal with acting and decisions of others. We offer our power and reduce our ability for independence. As such, embracing aloof models assists us with seeing the importance of self-balance and uprightness. By declining to let outside needs quick our activities, we stay mindful of our fairness and arise more grounded, more focused people. Grant us then to endeavor to keep our tendencies dealt with, zeroing in on making ourselves and permitting relationship with supplement, not depict our lives. In doing so, we change nearer to the cruel ideal, living with sensibility in congruity with ourselves. In the space of apathy, significant interest isn't secured through essential appearance or shallow charm, yet through the improvement of uprightness and character. Marcus Aurelius, an immovable defender of this conviction, offers unfading bearing on the appealing force of uprightness. He once conveyed, the best reprisal is to be not at all like him who played out the injury. This convincing thought resounds fundamentally when we consider affiliations. It proposes that the most grounded method for impacting our reality and individuals in it isn't through reaction, or bringing ourselves down to others' levels, in any case by lifting ourselves through our balances. In affiliations, this standard educates us that being grounded in our own rules and restrictions regularly draws in the right sort of affiliations, similarly as pessimism breeds cynicism, uprightness and goodness create regard and concession. View it how, as an individual who typifies reserved balances, somebody who is watchful, simply solid and moderate sticks out in any agreeable setting. These characteristics are innately connecting with considering the way that they signal strength, endurance and moral intensity, qualities that are all around regarded and pursued in significant length relationship by zeroing in on our care and sticking to impartial objectives. We make an ordinary presence that is satisfying in itself as well as charming to individuals who respect importance and significance in affiliations. This interest isn't constrained right now, streams consistently from the realness and consistency of our character. As such, Marcus Aurelius guides us